Hello, and welcome back to this edition of Daily Actives brought to you by Bootleg Macro. I'm Dustin. We're looking at Tesla once again, and I love what I see. Have we used that 200 level as support, the 215? It looks like we established it back here in February of 2023 around 215. You see the close at 214. Looks like around March 31st, we established around 207. We definitely broke through it here in June. We broke through and hit a high of 221. Now, what we do see now back in August of 2023 in the current moment is that we hit a low, it looks like at 212. We've been bouncing right off. We've seen 215 be that number on the 18th. We went all the way up to 231 yesterday and 233 today. What I love is that we are back above the 5-day moving average, and we have hit over 130 million shares traded for the past 3 days in a row. We can see that we do currently have on the 1-day and the 5-day a positive rolling return, as well as the 3-month and the 6-month. We're still 10% away from what would make it a 15-day rolling month positive return. That will be 254 as of tomorrow, but that is going to start coming down. We do, if we look at the trading signals, still have a go short in the short term, intermediate term, and longer term, as well as we are still bearish in the short term, intermediate term, and longer term. We do look and see that from the perspective of the Tesla rolling sentiment, and this is the thing we're paying attention to right now. We are still in the high 30s on the 2-day sentiment and the 5-day sentiment of bullishness. We do see, though, that on the 10-day rolling sentiment, we did bottom yesterday at 24%. Today we hit 32%, and we are starting to rise. We'll start to respect that and see it inside of the daily, the Ultrafast trend indicator. We look at the trading signals. We don't see a bull key 3 that's popping up. We do not see any bear key 3 either. We don't see any positive trading signals at the moment. We still see some small bears, which are related to the price action we've seen in the past. If we look at the VIX here, the VIX is still essentially on a go long signal. We still have a VIX warning, VIX watch, and VIX and storm brewing. If we're going to go ahead and look at the overall chart, obviously Tesla had quite the move over the past year or so. If we look back at the daily though, it's just nice to see kind of like a V bottom in a Tesla. What you're looking at here from the daily sentiment is obviously what we were mentioning earlier. We digged all the way down to 20? We got to 36% bullishness yesterday. We're back up at 38% today. So potentially we have a chance to break up above this 15-day moving average and then make it back up above that 50% bullishness. You do expect this indicator to get back to kind of like break even because it's more of a yin and a yang, kind of like sustain natural balance with the world feng shui style. So when we look at what we have here, this is really positive for Tesla in the short term and the longer term. Again, personally, I'm quite bullish going into the fall. I think we have a great setup in August. September might get choppy, but I think October, November, December. I mean, what else are we going to be doing except for going up? Because we're excited to. We want to. The prices have been coming down after going up at the end of the summer. Now this is when the Q4 kicks in and everybody starts buying again in October, November. We see again the price or the volume has been moving much higher. It's above the 15-day moving average of volume, which looks great. We can see the volatility continues to break out. Volatility is breaking out less though. It's only up 0.3 today. After the previous day, it was up like 0.8. So we can see that the volatility is probably going to plateau and start to fall over. The correlation is currently negative. We would prefer that the correlation and the volatility were in sync in terms of the price going up. So we would want the correlation or the price volatility to roll over and then the correlation to continue to stay negative. That'd be great. That would mean that the price would be going up to sideways. And when we look at the trade range, I do love that this completely bounced right off the bottom at 215. The top is at 288, so we could definitely hit that. I don't expect us to hit 207. I'd like to see the bottom of the range kind of stop. I don't want to see it go below 200. I'd like to see it kind of plateau for a little bit and kind of become something we bounce off of. That'd be a good vibe. We look at the daily Ultrafast sentiment here for Tesla. This is the one that's based off of the 2-day. We can see we are down at 37% for bearishness or for bullishness at the moment. We're all the way up at 62% for bearishness. And the reason I want to bring up the bearishness here, normally I try to stay very much on the positive side of the bullish market, is because 62%, if it was bullish, would be incredibly high. We got to 70% here and we snapped back all the way back down to 37%. So we're at 62% bullish or bearishness right now. That should be monitored as something that is actually quite bullish. When you're that bearish, eventually you do get oversold. We even look on the weekly. We are quite below now. Actually, that 15-day moving average, we're at 52. It looks like we're at 54% total through Tesla right now. I would need to update this for the recent price. But it does look like we're at 54% overall for Tesla through the end of last week. That's fantastic. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Are you long? Are you short? Do you like it? Do you love it? Is this even a good review? And before you go, subscribe to the New High newsletter. We give you 25 stocks breaking out to your inbox every single Sunday. New stocks hitting 52-week highs, stocks between $5 and $20 hitting new highs. It's just a good list to check out every single Sunday. Talk to you soon.